Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Sean from Canadian Brew Channel with Sean here.
Good afternoon, everybody.
And we are now back for another tasting. I did a beer about a month ago. I found it on the internet. I'll have to put down below where I found the recipe. I think I do remember somewhere where I found it. And I will then I'll actually post it so you can see what I did. But it was loosely based off someone who had like an American Pale Ale recipe. And it had some Maris Otter in it. And for Sean, who probably don't listen, what's Maris Otter?
Yeah.
There's different kinds of grains. So, you know, two-row is a very standard grain that you use. It's used in a lot of beers that you drink. Mm-hmm. Then there's different specialty beer or grains. I would personally call Maris Otter a specialty grain. It's more expensive, and it gives more of a warm body, and it can almost give a nutty flavor. It doesn't in this one, but it's a really good body feel and good flavoring type of malt. And so I had half of it is Maris Otter, or most of it is, and I'm going to start buying it more because I think it makes the beers taste that much better. All of the hopping in this is Cascade. It's all Cascade hops. It's a different schedule, 60 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, it's in the dry hop and everything else. So like I said, I will put that on here and so that you guys can see it. I can actually put it right now. You'll be able to see it. There it is on the screen. And if you guys want to make it, you can go ahead to brewer.gr, I think it is the website that I make my beers from. I'll put that underneath there too. And yeah, so we take a look at this. It's been a while since we've had a beer tasting. Actually, we did one, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And that was one that we both split. This one, you take a look, I like the nice color. I think next time I may put some gelatin in it and bring it totally crystal clear. So it has a little bit of a haze there. It has nice head retention on it. Mine has a little more than yours because I poured, yours was the second one to pour.
Yeah.
I did find that the first one I poured up was more like that one. And as I think got more carbonated, the beer in my keg, it was more foamy, but it does have the head retention, which is good. Some beers will come up, there's nothing. Yeah. And I get a little upset. I don't want, they look then more like a Molson Canadian or something, right? Right. So the smell on it, there's not like a strong odor of any fruitiness. Can you smell it?
Yeah.
There's more malt, like it's a malty flavor.
Malty,
smell. Yeah. This one I fermented with USO5 at 60 degrees in the corner like I've done before. The last one I did was my Kolsch style. Yeah. And I find the USO5 does a really good job at that lower temperature. It takes an extra week or so, but it doesn't give these crazy fruity esters that British beer styles have, and I'm not a big fan of those. So, dive into this. Cheers.
Yeah, it's got a bite to it.
Yeah. So this is an IBU of about 45 or 50. So it has that little bit of a bitterness to it. I highly carbonated it to around 3.2 CO2 volumes. So it's got that sharpness on your tongue, which then your brain puts it together with the hop bitterness. And there's also a malty body to it as well. I like it. It's a beer I could have with a dinner. It's a beer I could just drink on its own. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know if you prefer this style.
It's nice. But what's the alcohol content? 6%.
6%. Yeah. And I know Teresa, my wife, had a couple of these, and these are like probably 14 ounces to here. This is 20 ounces. She had a couple of these, and she's like, "What's the percent?" It's not 4. It's like 6.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
It makes a little bit of a difference, and I like it. It drinks quickly. Yeah. Even though it has a bit of that bitterness at the back. It drinks really well. I like the malty balance that it has because sometimes I've made too bitter a beer and there's no malt to it, so it's just bitter. Then other ones I've made too malty and they're sweet, which is like my stout that I've made before, and there's almost no bitterness in a stout anyway. This one I think is more balanced. What I did the mash. I think the mash was at 152, 153 degrees, which gives it that balance of maltiness and a little bit of crispness. And I put in, what was the pH? I think the pH ended up being 4.9, and normally you're aiming between 5.1 and 5.4. You want like a 5.3. That allows all of the enzymes and everything to do what they need to do to give you all your sugars and balance out your beer. If you go too high, you get this level flavored beer. There's no low levels to it all, no depth to it. Go too low, you can start pulling too many tannins out that can be even more bitter. I did end up at 4.9, so there might be a little more bitterness than normally would be in here.
Yeah.
But I'm still happy with it.
Yeah.
And the more I brew beer, the more I learn about beer.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone will watch this video and say, no, that's wrong.
Yeah.
When I say something, hey, anyone puts a comment out there, just correct me. Because I don't know everything. No one does. And I feel like I'm just learning about beer.
Yeah.
I used to think I knew everything about beer because I drank it. And now I'm finding all these different beers out there. There's thousands of styles. And I think of an APA, which this is what this apparently is an APA. And I'd be like, I don't know, it looks a little dark for an APA. But no, apparently they go from pale to darker.
Oh, yeah.
American Pale Ale. I thought this would just be called a pale ale, but the author that made this, whoever first made this, said it's an American Pale Ale. Now, this isn't exactly his beer because I changed everything in it. I didn't, one thing he wanted was, I think, a Vienna malt and a Munich malt, and I didn't have either. I had a Pilsner malt. Didn't have enough Pilsner malt for 2 of those, so I added some 2-row. So I had to turn stuff around and change it around, right? Yeah. That's why, though, I like making beer. It's like you said you're making dinner tonight.
Good, improvise.
And I'm making dinner tonight. And I've been improvising as well.
Yeah.
It's Mother's Day today, so happy Mother's Day, Mom. I'll just say that to you now. I know you'll be here in a little bit, but happy Mother's Day, all the mothers out there.
Yeah.
And that's why John and I are cooking tonight, probably too, right?
Absolutely. Happy Mother's Day, Mrs. Robinson.
And we're always making sure we're happy with our wives, so we say Happy Mother's Day to them, even though it's not we're not their moms, but sometimes they think we're kids.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, very nice.
Yeah. So,
job well done.
any other comments? What you?
No, it's as you say, it's got a little bit of a bitter start, but it's nice.
Yeah,
and it would work with dinner or outside by the pool.
No, I've been testing it on that. Yeah.
Have you? Yeah.
I have been. I am doing another video shortly. Probably I might do it today, tomorrow. And I picked up a Spike Brewing 15-gallon conical fermenter, and I'm really excited about it. You can't see it; it's off camera. It's just over there. Yeah. And I'm going to do a video on it, and I'm going to brew my next batch. I'm going to ferment in it. It's a 15-gallon fermenter, so I can do 15 gallons. But right now, my boil pot, I cannot do 15 gallons. So I'm going to do a 10-gallon batch, and I think it's going to be this beer again. Because I want this for the summer. Yeah. And after that, I don't know. I'll figure out what I'm going to do. But I'm very excited about that. And and our other video I've got, Sean, is almost done too, of our last tasting, but we have not finished.
Right. Yeah.
So there's going to be a couple more, 2 or 3 more videos coming out pretty quickly in the next couple weeks. And I hope you guys are going to be happy to see those come out. So, Sean, signing off for Canadian Brew Channel. You guys have a great Mother's Day. Have a great day. Hope you guys see you guys soon. Please subscribe. Click the bell if you want to see another video.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Till next time.
Yep.